coordinate now. There we go. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, let's find a superior commander then, shall we? Actually, 64 is seeming pretty good right now. Actually, that's not too bad at all. There we go. Okay, so now we do have our forces over here. We'll sort by type. So we do have the Hosho. Yep, we have a Hosho here. She is carrying 2 squadrons, so we have the Mitsubishi 1MF3s. So I'm going to say, yep, these are our fighters over here. So let's take a look at what they have. So they do have 7 dual 7.7mm Vickers MGs over here. Not too bad at all. They only carry like 2 9kg general purpose bombs. Obviously they're not really intended to be bombers, are they? Let's take a look at the other aircraft that we have. The Mitsubishi BM1M. Well, B1M1? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so these are our torpedo bombers. Very handy. Right, naval attack. Yeah, do note the actual range here. Definitely not what we'd like, but that's fine. We'll make do with it. Okay, so I'd like them to go in about 8,000 feet. Yeah, we might indeed have Karga or Kargi. We'll definitely take a look and see if we find them. Outside of the game's fonts are showing their age. Yeah, the sprites aren't too bad though, are they? And of course I'm playing this in a much larger resolution than was really, intended. So, there's always going to be a few issues. But honestly, the game is actually really quite playable in my opinion. Okay, so they're currently running escort duties here. Well, that's fine by me. What I'll do then is, let's see. Maximum altitude is about 14,000 feet. Maneuverability is 28, durability is 21, gun value is only 4. I've run them about 10,000 feet. Which, yeah, that's not too bad. They'll be a little bit higher than the torpedo bombers. We're going to have to feel things out really and just see what is going to work best for us. So 50% combat air patrol, obviously the remaining members of the squadron will rest then. So we'll set all of this to the fighters in the task force. There we go. I'll set the same settings over here for our torpedo bombers. Lovely jubbly. Oh, I do have the B1M2. I'd like to check that out. Okay. Shokaku. Definitely looking different in this day and age. Right, you're kind of the B1M2s. Let's take a look at these bad boys. Yep, some very similar armament over here. Range is still the same. That's fine. They're basically set up in the same way. The 1MF3s. Yep, that works for me. Okay. We aren't actually carrying troops aboard here. Okay, so this looks to be, yeah, something of a support force. Hello there, Raven. How you doing, my friend? Okay, so we do have about 18,000 troops aboard here. A great deal of supply there. That's nearly 85,000 tons of supply. That's a colossal amount there. Okay, so we have elements here of the 9th Division. Is it entirely the 9th Division? Yep, it would indeed be the 9th Division. Nice. Now, currently, these troops are set with their objective over to Cow, which is obviously over here. Not what we want. Ah, that's great, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Okay, let's take a look at where they're going. This game's actually fairly cheap, to be fair. I think it's about £18, so maybe like $20 odd. Okay. Wow, Bataan. Okay. That is a bold move. There we go. Yeah. Well, the Pacific Admirals Edition will go on sale at some point in the future. I can guarantee that one. I can't say when, but ideally in the future. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. Now, I'm going to turn the music down just a slight bit more here, guys. I feel like I'm having to compete with it on my end, so I'm recording this on my end as well, as you can see over here. So, if the audio is a little bit poor on Twitch side, then you can head over to my channel afterwards and I'll upload it there. Okay. Now, we do have the 35cm guns over here, which is quite good. We do have modern ships, which is quite good. I believe it is only the Setsu, which is a Kawachi class. She has, yeah, the 30.5cm gun, so still not too bad, but obviously she's nowhere near as modern as either battleships. We have Yamashiro over here, which is a Fuso class. Okay. A lot of these names will be quite recognizable. Right. Incredible, isn't it, to think that our search planes, well, our float planes here, only have a range bound one. It's a different story, isn't it, than well, to what we're used to, really. So we're going to set all of our float planes here to go all out. Now, they're currently going about 4,000 feet. I'm going to have them set to 6,000 feet. There we go. Let's see here, then. So, float planes... I'm going to set some of them to night operations. Definitely not naval attack. Okay, so it seems like on the night operations, yeah, it doesn't seem like we'll be scouting there. We have naval attack, city attack, so we'll just run day operations then, that's fine. Okay, so set all float planes to the task force, yeah, there we go. That's fine by me then, we don't really have a choice on that. Okay, so, let's look at what we have here. So I do have two submarines over here in Formosa. We do have number 14 and number 15. These bad boys actually do have a formidable speed then, about 17 knots. Their range is 3,000 endurance. Well, yeah, they have 3,000 endurance, which is not too bad. Okay. Okay, so we have a mine layer over here. That's going to come in extremely handy. But what we're going to do here then is I'm going to go to Tainan. I'm going to set up a submarine task force over here. So, sub-patrol. Actually, a good point might be, can these submarines actually use mines? Do they have room for that? We'll see if we can set them up as mine layers. So it could come in quite handy, actually. I'm not really anticipating much in the way of Allied resistance. Of course, the Allies have really... Well, the Americans have realized that... yeah, the Philippines is a lost cause. It's too close to Japan for them to really do anything about it. Okay, I don't believe they have the ability to use mines. So I'll change this task force then to sub-patrol. I'll divide it as well. So form a new one. Basically share it out. There we go. And do we have Haruna class battle cruisers? We'll be taking a look at those shortly. Right. They are set to human control. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Where do we wish them to patrol? It could be a good idea to sort of patrol this area. What I'd like to do then is really close off the Allies' way in over here. I'd like to have these submarines potentially head down here to Mindanao. Specifically to Davao and, yeah, this sort of area. I mean, well, Cebu would be nice to close off. Now, of course, we are at war with the Allies too. Well, with the British Empire. I believe we're at war with the Chinese, the French. Basically, we're at war with the imperialistic powers over here. So, yeah. We're a little bit outnumbered, really, but we do have a very magnificent fleet. Let's see. So, the British only have 3 ships in port over there. We are seeing some ships over here by Shanghai. It may be worth our time to have our submarines head out here to Shanghai. Possibly. Yes, we'll go over there to Shanghai. I'll have you head north of Shanghai. There we go. What else do we have? So over here at Pescadores, we do have 2 transports, troop transports, and 3 cargo ships. Obviously varying speeds there, but they have some phenomenal endurance, which is really quite handy. In terms of ground forces, let's see what we have. Now, all units infantry. So I have the Shusan Naval Guard and the 25th Infantry Brigade. Okay, so that's 1,300 troops there with 12 guns, the 7mm mortars. We do have, obviously, quite a lot of AA battalions, but let's take a look at the 25th. Okay, so the 25th Brigade here is 3,618 troops, so it's not too far away from being an actual full-blown division. I mean, look at these numbers there. 9,000, yeah, other troops there. Pretty impressive. Yep, I mean, it's actually really quite a cheap game. What I'm thinking here is we could try to have these forces sent into Shanghai. Now, this is the city where the Allies have a great amount of power. Though it's the only place in China that we do have a presence. Of course, we do have forces over here in Korea. We could potentially try to push on the Allies over here in Manchuria. The road network is extremely bad, however. Actually, no, you know what? I've got that wrong. I believe the dark colour represents high density events. The road network is actually not too bad then. We don't have the advantage of rail lines here, unfortunately. I believe these just represent the roadways, the highways, I suppose. Question is, how do we wish to do this? What forces do we have available? So I have the 20th Division over here. Yeah, they're planning for Shanghai here. Two destroyers there. We have the 19th Division base force over here. Tsushima Fortress. We do have a couple of forces over here then. We do have an armoured car company. Yeah, so 15 Austin armoured cars. And then a few engineers actually. In the fortress there. Okay. We do have control of Port Arthur, thankfully. Now, I do have the Port Arthur garrison, and I do have a 3rd Cavalry Brigade. Right. Yeah, it's a big unit, isn't it? There's a lot of support elements. Okay, so these forces obviously need to hold the fort down, so to say. And what we're going to do then is we're going to have the 19th Division. Let's take a look at the actual road network, shall we? That'll be a good way to decide where we go. So it seems like we are going to have to march up over here to Anshan. So we'll begin to march there on Anshan. We'll have our divisions make their way there. If we could actually take control of this area here, especially around Mukden, along the river line here, that'd be quite good. We could potentially try to make a advance on Beijing, for example. Okay, the 20th Division is going to move up too. I'll have them make their way towards Fushan, or Fushan. Yeah, Fushan. There we go. I'm not going to give them a planning objective yet. I want to really see what the resistance is like first and foremost. I do have a heavy gun regiment over here, actually. 22 15cm howitzers, that's quite good. We'll have them march alongside the division here to Anshan. There we go. In terms of naval assets, I do have 2 destroyers here, so let's see what we could do with them. They'd be nice to potentially raid the Chinese Navy. And that's not something I get to say too often. Surface combat, yes please. There we go. Well, I'll give them the ability to retire if needed. Well, leave it there. Right. They are armed with a torpedo, which is obviously what we want. We do have 12-pounder guns here. They do have a small amount of AA. Not that it particularly matters when it comes to AA. I mean, take a look at that value there too. Okay. I'm going to have them available for action. We don't see anything over here yet. It seems like the Allied forces do have some naval assets in Tsingtao. Right, so in Port Arthur we do have a couple of patrol boats. We have an oiler over here, we have a couple tankers, ammunition ship over here. I like the sprite on that, pretty good. A destroyer tender. Mine layer. Okay. Port Arthur does have a large amount of mines, which is quite good. I'm going to continue to build up build those mines up. Though actually, is it being tendered? It doesn't listen as being tendered. I'll put the mine layer out there. Not submarine layer, mine warfare then. Right. There we go. The mine layer. Yenoshima Maru. Yep, that's fine by me. Okay. What we're going to do then is form our gunboats into a little task force to really protect the harbour here, really to protect Port Arthur in general. So, PT boat. There we go. Obviously, different levels of endurance here and speed, so what I'm going to do then is have them separated. In fact, I'll have them on no reaction. I don't want them to actually go outside the area of Port Arthur. Loving the music, actually. There we go. Same again. 6-pounder guns, yeah, 12-pounder guns. Nothing spectacular here. Do we have torpedoes? Yes, we do have torpedoes. Okay, these aren't too bad at all then, are they? Yeah, not bad, not bad. They're like smaller destroyers in a sense. The oiler and the tankers, I don't need to particularly move as of yet. Wow, Port Arthur's garrison is actually really quite a large force there. That's actually really quite large. 6,523 men, 113 guns, 12,261 other troops. That's really quite big. They do have the 200mm coastal defense guns, a couple 160mm, well, coastal defense guns too. Pretty badass. It might be a consideration to actually have some additional forces sent over here via naval assets. Hard to say though, as we don't know the situation at large. Tankers over here. A destroyer, mine layers, mine sweepers, troop transports. Okay, so I do have the 8th, 17th and 10th, well, yes, the 10th Division there. We do have some heavy artillery regiments, which is quite good, very good. We also have some AA regiments, well, battalions I should say. Okay. Amphibious. Throw it all in over here. 37 knots, that's actually very impressive. Right. Let's see here. What can we actually afford to load? Load only troops? Yes, load only troops. We have 13,500 load here. Interesting, so it seems like the cost here is perhaps even different between different transport methods. So I don't have the capacity, I believe, to transport them all. So what we'll do here then is transport the 10th, perhaps? Yeah. I could move them in elements. Yes, what I'll do here then is I'm going to tell them to begin loading. Load only troops. I'm going to tell them to begin loading the 10th Division here. Our most powerful division. Right, done. Of course, they can't carry the entire thing, but what I'm going to do here then is look for some additional transports over here. Yep, we do have another troop transport here. Very nice. Right then. She's going to head over here and meet her with Task Force 27. AA, the Fortress Fair. Okay, so I do have some additional heavy artillery over here. Now, the port of Nagasaki. I'm going to begin to expand the port as well. It's going to be quite handy. Right, a few transports over here, but we do have 5 destroyers. Very nice. I do have the 2nd Division. Okay. AA artillery. Right, Amphibious. Grab them all here. At least for the time being. In fact, let's form a new one here, so surface combat. I'm going to take 2 of these destroyers here. These 2 are going to head over here to Sasebo, and they're going to be part of the escort to move that division there to the north, obviously to Port Arthur. Now, we don't have a huge amount of capacity here, so obviously I can't take the 2nd Division. So I believe what I'm going to do here then is, let's take a look towards the heavy artillery. Right, that's not too costly yet, it's actually quite light transport. I could take a look at taking the engineer regiment there, which does take me over the limit. Okay, what we're going to do here then is take the 1st engineer regiment. There we go. So once they're ready, we're going to have them transferred over to Luzon. Or even potentially to one of these other islands out here, trying to establish it as a decent base for us. Okay. Now I do have some aircraft around, we do have some additional submarines, some additional troop transports, that sort of jazz. Air regiment. Okay. There's a few bits of AA around here. We also do have the 1st and combined fleet over here. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to have combined fleet, well, they can remain on station here. I'm going to have 1st fleet actually begin moving down here to Kagoshima. Well, actually, I'm going to have them move, let's see. Do we have any repair shipyards? Do I have any repair shipyards? Where the hell are my repair shipyards? Okay, seems like we don't actually have repair shipyards as per se. That's fine. We'll have it sent to Kagoshima then. Or possibly even to Nagasaki. I'm going to say Nagasaki. So 1st fleet is going to go over there to Nagasaki. Yep, give aid with an additional support there. This game here is Warplan Orange, so obviously this one is slightly different. But yes, one of Pacific Admirals Edition is about £60, so that's the correct price. Okay, what we're going to do here then is grab our transports. We do have a number of, well, yeah, a number of decent submarines over here too, actually. Very nice. Okay, let's get them ready then, shall we? Can these bad boys actually, house mines, though? Not entirely sure, but maybe. We'll check it out. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, we'll set up a few more here. There we go, so we have all 4 ready. Now they do have a admirable, well yeah, an admirable amount of endurance here. What I'm going to do then is, I mean, how do we approach the situation? We do want to isolate Mindanao. We want to isolate the Philippines in general. The question is going to be, how do we achieve this? We need to secure a base down here, really, don't we? Right. I'm going to dispatch them to Palau. Yeah, we'll have them at... well, we'll dispatch them to Palau. And, frankly... I'll use them there from Palau to actually isolate Mindanao. No, the the $20 price tag is for Warplan Orange, not for One Pacific. Right, I also do have some float planes over here. That's quite good. Okay, so I do have some additional transports over here, so that's cool. what I'm going to do is form them up together. So, Amphibious. There we go. I do have engineers over here, nothing particularly amazing. Seems like the Rosan is a little bit damaged there. Yes. Okay, what I'm going to do then is leave you behind. Or I guess not. That's fine, I can make do with that. Right, you're to head over here to Nagasaki. Well, sorry, to Sasebo. There we go. Right, do I have an airfield over here at Port Arthur? I don't, actually. We are building up there. No airfield here either. We are expanding everywhere, it seems. Okay, so... Right. Is this actually Tsushima or is this actually... Ah, there we go, there's Tsushima Fortress. Okay, so for the time being, I'm going to have them train. Same over here as well. The thing is, we obviously lack range there. How far could I actually transfer them? Actually, surprisingly bloody far. Huh. That's actually quite interesting. I didn't think they'd be able to transfer so far, really. But that's quite good, actually. I can actually do something with that, which is really quite enjoyable, to be honest. Right, then. See, I'd like to have them near the front line so we can make use of their ability to spot the enemy. How about... Could they make it to Tinian? Tinian does have an airfield. Saipan has an airfield as well. Let's see, can I actually make it there? Let's see. Oh, it's too far out there. Range at max is about 14. What's the distance here from Hiroshima? It is, Does it give me a range? I'm not in a range there, so it's a distance anyhow. Right, so, 1. Yeah, bugger it. It's not close enough anyhow. We'll move them closer. What can I? Oh, it seems I can only transfer them within Japan itself then. Okay, that makes sense. Now, I may be able to transfer them to a different command here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what commands are out here in the Marianas. So we have the first base force here under the command of Southeastern Fleet. And we'll transfer the float planes over to Southeastern Fleet. Southeast Fleet. 32 points, yep, that's a small price to pay there to have the ability to spot the enemy. Right, we may have to move them closer then to transfer them. I'll have them placed over here then at Tokyo. We'll try and move them later then. I'll have them train for the time being. There we go. Huh. Right, there we go. Okay, so we do have a great amount of forces over here. Yep. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They have nothing of this thing. Well, it seems in actual range. 10%. That doesn't quite seem right. Right, what I'm going to do here then is sub-patrol. I'm going to take all of them. Let's see. Replenish from the actual port. Yeah, so they only have 1,000 endurance. I don't know if they could actually make it. Let's see, if I was to send them to Saipan, perhaps they could make it. Undock. Yeah, they can actually make it, that's good. I'm going to need additional fuel out there pretty quickly, actually. So we'll grab our oilers over here, have them begin loading up some fuel. There we go. We do have some additional aircraft out here. We'll have them train up, build up their experience, really. Okay, so I actually do have some additional forces over here at Tokyo. Right, we have 3rd Division here. It's not going to be needed as of yet. Though it could be a good idea to have it moved out. Seems these transports are a little bit damaged here, so we'll wait for them to be repaired. Okay, let's take a look at what we have in Tokyo. Right, we have Furataka. A fair amount of light cruisers and destroyers over here, but especially light cruisers. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right. Okay, these guys are damaged here similarly as well. I do have some aircraft tenders. I need to make use of these bad boys. So, form task force. I'll go with air transport if that is what we need. I do have a destroyed tender here as well. Yes, you do have aircraft capacity of 4. Okay. Level bomber, level bomber, level bomber. Patrol, patrol, patrol. Ooh. Okay, what's the range on these guys? So... not exactly spectacular, but it's better than what we had before. Yeah, same again. Can these be transferred to the ship? No. Right. Can you take a look at the list of planes? We'll take a look then. Yeah, we do have that. So these are our land-based units. Not particularly many of them. We'll go and take a look at the different models over here. Heinkels. Yep, there we go. We'll take a look at our ships as well, actually. So we have Shokaku and Hosho. Now, in terms of actual battleships, it's actually quite a different situation. What we'll do then is we'll go by speed. Yes, indeed, we do have the battlecruiser Akagi and Amagi. We have Haruna, Kirishima, Hiei, and Kongo. So, these bad boys are very familiar names. We will see them again once in the future. But that's pretty awesome to actually see these ships as their actual battlecruiser layouts. That's pretty badass. These guys are going to come in super handy. Yep, they're over here as well. Awesome. Yep, a Magi and a Kagi. I mean, these guys are super, super handy here, due to the sheer amount of speed and firepower they bring to the battle. Yes, very good. Okay. Right, never mind Bataan. Never mind that rubbish. Right, port size is 1, 0 in the way of air capacity. Lamon Bay. Right, how does that look on the actual road network? It's not exactly spectacular. I think I'd rather land over here at Lingayen. Yeah, I think we are going to change that. It would be nice to secure the north, but I reckon it might be worth our time to actually, yes, indeed, Kargan and Tosa. Right. We'll have the division land over here. Right, this is actually a transport mission. Okay, well, we'll assign the objectives then. We might as well for those of who are about to die. Actually, I really do hope that works. Oh no, never mind. It's not going to do them any good, but at least they might have a chance. Right, there we go. Assign them all planning. Very spread out division, isn't it? Very spread out. No easy task really to transport a division. Jesus, it just keeps on going. Okay, I think I'm gonna just have to accept it that they're probably not all gonna be planned in for the same location. That's fine, we'll recombine them once they land. So what I'm gonna do here then is, we do have the battleship force over here. So we do have Setsu, Yamashiro, Fuso, Hyuga, and Isai. What about our other battleships? So we have the 2 battle cruisers there, Akagi and Amagi. Okay. It is indeed a big-ass division. Right, what do we have on board here? 6,396 troops. We have here 18,000 troops. It might be worth our time to perhaps hold off with the secondary force really to get an idea of what's going on. I could always land over here at Vigan. Possibly, if we take a look at the train then. I think it's... I don't know, I think it's like clear terrain maybe. I'm not sure on that one. I'm gonna hope it's something nice. I'm going over here towards Lingayen, mostly for the port size and the actual airfield. The reason for that is it would actually be really nice to actually have an airfield available so I can actually use the aircraft then. Okay. I think what we'll do then is we'll have them just stay off the coast here for the time being. Rightio. You're going to follow task force. Well, actually, I could set them up to bombard, perhaps. Yes, we'll set them up on a bombardment mission still. You're going to go out, well, go ahead and bombard Lingayen. And there we go. What I'm going to do here then is form a new task force. So what is the task force here? So that is task force 11. Okay, so surface combat. I'm going to take a Margi and a Kargi. I'm really looking for battleships that have that sort of speed there. What are the Shikishima and the other BBs in the fleet? We'll take a look at those ones shortly, actually. Okay, so the other battleships here of the line really can't keep up. We do have some light cruisers that could. That's very cool. Well, very nice, actually. Right. What I'm going to do here, then, is... Ooh. See, the question is... Yeah, so that's a 14cm gun. AA5, torpedoes 8. AA95, Jesus. 12cm guns. It's not a massive difference there between the light cruisers and destroyers, to be honest. Obviously, the range is different. Torpedoes aren't as good, but they do have anti-submarine warfare capabilities. What I'm going to do here, then, is I'm going to give them... we'll say about 6 destroyers here. And this is going to be a battlecruiser force. Really going to use these guys as they were intended to be used. And I freaking love battlecruisers. I don't think there's anything cooler than a battlecruiser. Now, what I'm going to do here, then, is have them set to a maximum reaction of 1. Right, retirement is allowed. I'm going to tell them to actually follow Task Force 17 here. 17 is the one landing at Lingayen. The other force is going to remain on station. Patrol do not retire. So, yep, they're going to go in here to bombard. Okay. In fact, I'd like you to follow Task Force 15. There we go. I want to get an idea of the actual situation on the ground. Okay, wow, we do have additional troops over here. Yeah, plenty of additional troops. Additional battleships as well. Yeah, definitely. Right. Actually, what we're going to do then is... Okay. I'm going to merge 15 into 17. I'd imagine there's probably some kind of penalty for a large landing like this. But we'll take it for now. Yeah, Lingayen. So that's going to be 23,000, almost 24,000 troops. Oh, right, okay. Cargo and Toaster aren't too bad here. Yeah, these bad boys are different. And just take a look at the difference here in capability. Absolutely crazy. Alright, that's rather intriguing, man. Okay, well, what we'll do here, then, is... we'll just have this task force actually escorted in, then. So, follow task force... Not 18, sorry. Task force... Well, actually, let's see here. I don't know why there's 2 troop transports here, but... Task force 15. There we go. Follow 17 in. There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is I'm actually going to use this as a rather aggressive force. I'd like to potentially have them make a run down here to Mindanao. The reason being I want to cut off the Allies, the Allied ability to retreat here. We could even potentially have them make their way down here towards, like, Singapore, potentially to really inhibit the Allied forces from arriving in the area. But, they're not going to have too much out in this area. Hard to say, really. Hard to say. We'll hold that in reserve for the time being. Okay, Pari. Bataan Island. I don't really see the reason as to why I should bombard there. Right. What we're going to do then is, rather than bombard... Okay, let's drop this ship. Okay, what task force was that, man? So that is Task Force 12. So we'll form a new task force from the remnants of Task Force 12, basically everything without the motor launch. Well, the mine layer, I should say. There we go. Right, I'd like you to head back to the cow. Okay, here we go. I'd like you to follow Task Force 1. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what do you guys think then? How do we wish to use our battle cruisers? Let's see what the rest of them are. So I have Haruna, Kirishima, Hiei, and Kongo. They're all in Task Force 10. Okay, so they're all out here by the Bunnin Island. Right, they're headed for Wake Island. Yep. They're going to go ahead with a bombardment. Do I want to go with a bombardment? Okay, so they're going to be hitting the south coast there, basically Mindanao. Right, I'm going to actually have a Kargi and a Margi make their way down south. Yeah. I'm going to have them make their way down here to the port of Naval. I was going to push our fuel, but I want them to arrive over here to support the landings. Right, so we're looking towards hitting Wake Island. What do we know about Wake Island? One enemy unit. Bombardment at Wake. I guess we'll allow it. I'm not going to bombard. Right. And do you have reinforcing ships and squadron production? Good luck for your invasion of Wake Island. Yeah, indeed. Production is not as it is in War Pacific Catapult Edition. It's quite different here in Warplan Orange. But what we're going to do is actually send the battle cruisers out to the Marsh Islands. The reason for that is I'd like to actually try and challenge the Allies here in this area. Potentially even look at establish control of one of their bases. Possibly. What I want to do here is really inhibit the Allies. We'll see. But again, it's one of these things of, is that a wise idea? Hard to say, really. The Marshals are a very valuable target, really, aren't they? It's a very powerful force here. Yeah, indeed, attack on Pearl Harbor, definitely. Right. I'll have them move to truck then, initially. We'll decide how we wish to use them from there, really. What I need to figure out is where the Allied forces are. That's what I need to know. Okay, we're not too far away from actually starting a new turn here. Right, I'd like to actually move the elements of the 12th Division over here to Shanghai. If we could, anyhow. There we go. Obviously, we are going to need a greater amount of escorts. So we'll load only... Well, actually, I'm going to need more than that. So we'll load troops here. So we're going to load up the 12th Division. Yep, we have more than enough room for that. And I'd say... these elements as well, if we can afford it. There we go, begin to load. Right, do I have an airfield here? I don't. Submarines over here. Okay. We do have a submarine tender here as well. Let's see. We'll have the submarines put in together. What I'm going to do then is actually have these guys... we'll have them make their way over here to truck. If they can make it. They can, which is good. Okay, what I'm going to do is take the submarine tender here from Naha. So let's see... I suppose transport's hard to say really what mission these guys should be set to. But yeah, make your way over there to truck. Okay, so I do have the heavy cruiser for attacker over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have this force sent over here to Sasebo. Since the USA might have 6 Lexington-class battle cruisers, indeed they might very well. Tankers over there. Right. So we do have the USSR over here to the north. That's pretty awesome. Okay. It's going to be a very interesting fight here. Very interesting. Begin to expand the airfields too. Lovely jubbly. Okay, we could do with establishing a stronger presence out here, especially on islands such as Eniwetok. Now, Truk has the 16th Division, the 66th Naval Guard, Maizuru, 1st SNLF. That's cool. What do we actually have over here at Truk? So I do have 2 submarines, I have 2 destroyers, I have a couple of troop transports, that's fantastic. What I'm going to do then is, let's see. Yeah, we'll be taking a look at some action shortly. Don't worry about that, my friend. Apologies. Right, we have a bombardment force heading towards Wake. What I'm going to do here then is form a new task force, so we'll go with Amphibious. There we go. What I'm going to do is load only troops, actually. I'm going to grab my 1st SLF. We do have a 66th Naval Guard over here, actually. That's not too bad. So let's see. I'm going to grab both units. Yeah, there we go. That'll do for me. We'll have them begin loading. What I'm going to do here then is attempt to establish a stronger presence around this area. Mostly over here, as obviously the USA did consider how the hell we pronounce it as Base 1, and originally, and then obviously it was changed over here to Eniwetok. So I'd like to establish a garrison over here to actually prevent the US from taking that island. And frankly, with that, we have pretty much everything good to go. Fair amount of a few destroyers over there, a couple transports. Okay. Double check this. Yep, go for it. Yeah, it's going to be quite good. We'll have a Margin cargo make their way down here, then to support the landings. The weather report is partly cloudy. Okay, heavy rain. Yep, okay, overcast, partly cloudy. Okay. And away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let the war begin in its earnest. There we go, so we begin the initial landings over here. My god, there's giant clouds over Japan. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is a very different amount of casualties than we normally would expect, but this isn't 1940, let's say this is not even, I mean, this is the thing, you take a look at the American landings at Okinawa, it's like a hell of an incredibly large amphibious operations, such as D-Day as well. Incredibly large amphibious operations. Very, very complex. Very hard to manage that. And the thing is, we're doing this years earlier. And, yeah, the theory just isn't quite the same, nor is the amount of logistical support available there. So we're going to take a few casualties. More than we normally would hope to see, but we'll be able to recover. And there we go, the 20th Division and 90th Division are marching. Right, so we have our shock attack over here at Bataan Island. Quite a strong force there. Okay. So we do take 561 casualties there, we do lose 3 guns. Yep, the Allies are carrying out a shock attack over here to Shanghai. We're too late to reinforce them. So we are seeing elements of Indian forces, we are seeing British forces, yep, mainly British forces, some French forces over here. I don't know if the Shanghai SNLF can hang on. It's a shame, because I said it would reinforce some of the division, but, yeah. There's a lot of firepower here. Okay, we'll speed up the results here. Okay, that's actually really not too bad there. Amazingly, we managed to hold on here. 269 casualties, 4 guns lost. The Allies have only lost 520 casualties and 12 guns. We are fighting urban terrain, so... I'll have to double check, make sure... Yeah, we still hold on in Shanghai. Okay, there's actually a hope here that we might be able to reinforce Shanghai and potentially even drive the Allies out of Shanghai. That would be rather impressive. Yeah, that would strike a blow against them. Of course, we'd like to take cities like Hong Kong as well. Ideally take a few of these large coastal Chinese cities. Okay, so other than that, no particular action there. Now we might take a look at actually supporting our forces over here. Let's see, are we still unloading? We are fully unloaded over here then it seems. Oh no, we still have, right, supply there. Okay. Our force has landed has a high amount of disruption and fatigue. Okay, let's give them the plan here of Bataan Island. Yeah, 29 Dreadnoughts, fair amount there. Okay. We do have additional forces over here at Takao. What I'm going to do then is actually send some additional reinforcements to take Bataan Island. Well, Bataan Island. So, let's go with Amphibious. We'll go by... well, I suppose type. These troop transports will do fine. Actually, they seem to have lower capacity than I would normally would expect. Let's take a look at that. Low troops only. I'm going to send over... so I have, wow, actually quite a lot of capacity there. I'll send over, let's see, the 55th. There we go. I do have an air headquarters over here. Let's take a quick look then. So Bataan Island has capacity only for a size 1, so yeah, it's not particularly worth it. So, when they're ready, I'm going to have them actually go out here and assist at Bataan Island. We'll wait for our forces to regain their composure and then attack. As far as we can see here, things are going fairly well. Escorts do not bombard. Okay. Right, we're gonna hold on here. I mean, I could launch a deliberate attack, but we're not particularly in the best shape right now. Though it might be worthwhile, so we'll go with a deliberate attack over here. It's a little bit crazy, I know. But at the end of the day, it's going to help us when we have additional troops unloading. We'll try to drive them from the beaches, really. Okay, so... a Kargi and a Margi are nearing their destination over here in Naval. Not too far away. Our landed forces are making their way. Okay. You're heading out of there to track. In fairness, I might actually be sending these forces to go ahead and take over Guam. That probably is a good idea. As far as I know, I don't believe I have anything to take Guam. I don't think there's anything much other than a token garrison, so it's not too bad. Right, you're heading out there to bombard Wake. So what we'll do then is tomorrow we'll have this force actually head out for Guam. Okay, let's take a look at our signal intelligence. Detection, radio transmission detected at Hong Kong. Other than that, not too bad. Operations log. Okay. I'm not seeing any allied forces out here as of yet. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Chinese forces don't look to have rallied. Our unit over here then, so 6 disruption, 12 fatigue. Let's see. They're still loading troops over here. One more day. The submarines are headed out. Okay. And this is the issue, obviously we need to take care of this. 2 destroyers. Right, there we go. Tenth Division, please. Right, there we go. We can start loading them now. Yep, they're making good progress so far. Right, very good. Run our way towards Wake. Oh, so we have Mutsu and Nagato over here. These fairly old battleships over here. They're headed for Wake, of course. Okay. I do have 3 transports out here. Now, Tarawa would make a nice target. I think what we need to do here then is potentially look at how we need to deal with this situation. Rabaul is, it looks like the largest port in the area. Might be worth our time to actually take control of Rabaul. We'll let the initial invasions take place. So we're going to do then, take a look at the weather here. Clear weather. Heavy precipitation. Precipitation. Hard to tell the zones here, but I think it's heavy rain over here. We'll go forward. Hope the garrison at Shanghai holds on. Okay. So what are you guys thinking so far then? How do you find Warplan Orange? And of course, I've spent a long time going through the initial setup, but of course we are playing a campaign here. Though the way to look at this is, it might take me an hour to get this set up while talking about it, but when it comes to War of the Pacific Admirals Edition, yeah, that'll take me far longer to actually do a proper turn for Japan. I suppose you could think of this as War of the Pacific Light. It's like you have a lot of the same mechanics here. Obviously, it's an older game. You don't have as much of the depth there, obviously in terms of like logistics and production, etc. But yeah, much the same with the mechanics. Okay, yep, another 472 casualties over here. To be expected, really. Ah, that's awesome, they're 80. I just think it's so different to actually play Japan in another timeline. Well, obviously to play a naval war here in a different timeline. This is a hypothetical war that never happened, but might have potentially happened. Very unlikely, but might have happened. Okay, so Setsu, Yamashiro, Fuso, Hyuga, and Issei. Bombard the port over here at Lingayen. 180 casualties reported there from the Allies. We do pretty much a number here on the actual port. We're trying to go with the initial shock there to soften it up for our forces. Okay, 789 casualties there. 1,640. Quite a few casualties already, really. Oof. Do you have a list where you can see Allied ships and such, like in War of the Pacific Admirals Edition? Yes, we do. We'll take a look at that one shortly. Okay, we have slightly altered the plan to be more aggressive, obviously by heading towards, like, Lingayen. I do want to actually take control of that important road network there. Ah, hello, what do we have here then? So you have a Douglas DT-2. Attempt to actually hit the battleship Issei. Let's see here. Yep, they're bombing at 7,000 feet. I mean, the bombs they're carrying, they're not exactly dangerous, are they? I don't know, maybe they are. I suppose at the end of the day, these battleships are armoured against, like, shots to the belt, but yeah. Right, so another bombardment there at Lingayen. Also, we don't see any additional casualties inflicted, but we also do more damage than that to the base. Obviously, I do want to try and preserve the base, but we'll rebuild it. I just want to actually make sure we can land there. Yep, marching north now. 20th Division and 19th Division moving. Moving pretty quickly, actually. Right, so we have a deliberate attack over here now. Tenno Hiker Banzai as we capture the base. Another Allied shock attack. Well, Allied shock attack at Bataan. Interesting. Right. Low casualties there. Another Allied shock attack at Shanghai. There's a lot of Allied power here. A hell of a lot. Perhaps we should have had our men move in first, but obviously we didn't have any men on the first turn that we could have moved immediately. Let's hope they hold on for the Emperor. Right. I don't know if we hold on this time. We did lose a few casualties, yeah, but it looks like we've been kicked out of Shanghai. So it looks like the SLF in Shanghai have been defeated. That's a shame. We'll look at landing near Shanghai then, and potentially march on the city itself. Of course, that is going to complicate the situation, as we're also going to need to build the logistics up there, but it can be done. I mean, the SLF there in Shanghai did hold on. They did inflict casualties upon the enemy, but of course they were outnumbered dramatically so. Okay, yeah, the force in Shanghai has been destroyed. Now, what we need to look at is where to land that has a decent road network. There's always a potential to land down here at Hankow. But, yeah, it's a difficult one. We could actually land potentially over here at Tsingtao. It does have a very large port. There is allied assets there, but it's hard to say really how strong they are. Zintzin? How the hell you pronounce it? Heavy industry over here, so at least produce supply for us. Yeah, let's see. There is a large road network that we could actually use to march to Nanking. Though it might even potentially worth our time to march on Hong Kong, perhaps. Hard to say. Oh, so there's repair shipyards. Thought so. Yeah, we could seize like Hong Kong and Canton. The road network is... yeah. There's a highway here as such. And maybe this represents the railways. Possibly could represent the railways. We'll see. Quite a lot of forces over here too. Right, 5,000 troops here. And they'll be ready to go tomorrow. Okay, this force is ready to go. So we do have on board here 24,000 troops. Not a great deal of supply, however. So what we're going to do is begin to load supplies. I need to find myself a... Escort, really. They're moving quite slow there. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the ships that we have then. So, we'll start with the carriers. So we have Hosho and Shokaku, our flagship there. In terms of battleships, we have Akagi Magi Harune Kurishima Heian Kongo. We have the Kaga over here. She's a Tosa class battleship. Mutsu, Nagato class. Nagato herself. Yamashiro. Hyuga. Issei. Hello there, Martin. How you doing, my friend? Fuso herself. Suwo. Yep, some older battleships here. Yeah, pretty old ships over here. Okay, in terms of actual cruisers. We have a Nagara class. Furutaka. Yeah, some very different classes of cruiser there. As far as it goes for destroyers, yeah. Interesting. You're low in fuel. Why the hell are you so low in fuel? Fair enough. Mission speed. Right, replenish at sea. I'm going to go with refueling's okay. Yeah, there we go. I want you to remain on station. Okay, so... I'm going to have you head to the mouth there, to the mouth of the bay. Good thing we checked that, otherwise they'd have been returning. Well spotted. Ooh, hello. Number 74. A Type J1 class. She's anchored at Tokyo. She has phenomenal range. Absolutely phenomenal range. 24,000. That's practically unheard of. Very impressive. She's in Tokyo. Yeah, look at that. Holy moly. Speed's very different here. Okay. That's a Johnson. You have them in World War II. That's awesome. Right, what we're going to do is have them sent to the Mandate Islands. So we're going to have them make their way towards KWJ. And then from there we'll have them really patrol around the area, and just in general around this area. Okay, so let's take a look at ship availability. So it will have different ships, well, new ships coming soon, but let's take a look at them by class. So I have Hero in about 438 days. Yeah, not much in the way of aircraft carriers. We have Soldering over here as well. Okay, battleships. We have the battlecruiser Targo. She's very powerful, actually. Takao, Yashima, Izo, Yamato. Look at the size of these guns there, 4 to 6 centimeters. Jesus. And Musashi as well. Oh, that's impressive. Aoba. Very nice ship. Okay. So a couple of days until we have these forces over here. We never really get much in the way of like aircraft that are like spectacular. Let's take a look at the end of the war over here. So yeah, Mitsubishi's. Yeah, it's definitely not the air war that World War II was. Well, the Pacific War in World War II was. This is very much the slogan of the capital ship. And for the most part, we really have to understand the fact that we do have a fair amount of capital ships here, but we're obviously never going to be able to keep up with the Americans in the long run. So, decisive battle is the way to go, but we'll have to use our submarines and our air power as much as possible to really, like, well, attrition the US forces to death and the Allied forces. Of course, there are the other Allied forces out here. But we're so far doing quite well here. We have taken control of the base here. So what I'm going to do then is... disruption fatigue is as a unit over here of a gun. What we'll do then is we'll have a day here just to rest. So 1 day to rest, and then we'll move on. Okay, our forces over here at Pari. We have the cavalry division. We're going to go for a deliberate attack, so set auto deliberate attack. Yeah, we actually have some tanks over here. So we have the Type 97 Gata tank. Oh, Gata tank. Cool. Yep, additional BBs in there that we'll use elsewhere. Okay, no opposition over here to the Imperial Guard division. So, yeah, still a lot of disruption and fatigue, so we'll hold on maybe a couple of days, perhaps. We have our landing forces on the way here now. Okay. What are we looking at in terms of munitions? Actually, we're still good to go from the bombardment. Very nice. Okay, yep, we'll set up one more bombardment as our forces are coming over soon. What I'll do here then is set them to full speed. Make sure they actually arrive. Okay. Yep, they're escorting this force in. Almost finished loading, sorry. Yep, submarines are moving out. There we go. Awesome. Right then. So going with our deliberate attacks over here, we are looking to reinforce Bataan, whatever the hell we want to say. So one more day until we can do that. We'll go forward. Okay, not looking bad so far, are we? I'd imagine the Allied forces are beginning to build up now. They've had a couple days. Well, they've not had a long time, but they will be building up forces. I'd imagine Singapore's going to be quite the hub of activity sooner or later. Speed things up here. Yep, fair amount of casualties there. I'd imagine these are probably mainly second line troops. They'll need some rest before we can begin marching. It'd probably be a good idea to send in a second wave of fresh troops fairly soon. Right, here we go. So bombardment here again at Lingayen. Okay, another 54 casualties reported there. A little bit of damage to the actual port and the airfield, etc, etc. The thing here that we're trying to do is cause some attrition, well, cause some disruption to the actual Allied forces there. So when we do land, as we are making an opposed landing here, we'll be in a better situation. Right, here we go. Ooh. Our first battle in the air. Never mind. So Karga manages to get out of that without a hit. Very good. Our 6 fighters there didn't seem to actually engage the enemy. Okay, looking pretty good over here at Apari. I'm never gonna get tired of that Banzai. Jeez, the 102nd really does want to die. We'll take the island next turn. Okay, so we have some airfields over there at Port Harbour now. No combat to the south of Aminda now, as far as we can tell. Right then. Can I actually sign air forces over here to Port Arthur? Let's see. I could actually do with sending you out there. We should have the key class. We should. We are playing the Super Dreadnought scenario, so it should be here somewhere. I mean, whether it's actually a class or whether it's like, I'm unsure. It should be here somewhere. If somebody can find some information about it, that would be fantastic. Seems like we have the Yamato and the Musashi. I wonder if it's maybe like a ship upgrade or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, of course, this is the thing. Tagao and Atago were a Margi class. Okay. Yep, she's an Amagi class. So Zakagi. Hard to say, really. I don't know how it works with the well, never class of ships here in this scenario. Perhaps we gain them later on, I'm not entirely sure. I wish I could tell you, frankly. Okay. Ah, okay. Now, I wonder if we've taken significantly less casualties, or practically zero casualties, due to the fact that this was an amphibious landing, rather than just, yeah, let's just throw men at the beach and hope for the best. Sweet. Well, okay. Let's go ahead and order a shock attack to take the actual base here. But we've actually landed significantly better shape here. Okay, our forces out here, 15th Division, are practically ready to go, so what we are going to do then is begin to march down here to Vigan. Set all to follow. The long march to Manila begins. Do we still have troops over here? Yep, still landing our troops. Over here, fair amount of troops actually. We can't dock, but there shouldn't be an issue here taking, well, unloading the troops now. Okay, what I'm going to do is actually take these cruisers, have them head over here. Okay. Let's see, can we transfer them to Port Arthur? Doesn't seem so. Ah, our division has arrived. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get them sooner or later. I honestly wish I could say. Right, we do need to reload. But what we're going to do here then is I'm going to have them stay just to the north over here of the actual bay. They're going to be set to surface combat. Yes, that's fine. You're going to be on reaction of 1. There we go. They're going to help protect the area. Okay. So once we do take Lingayen, we'll be able to march south over here, potentially to Clark. Maybe even onto Manila. Frankly, I could just take my additional troops and have them sent down here. They're almost loaded, so I might just do that. They look to be finished, actually, so we are going to have them sent over here to Bataan. Okay, now we did use a lot of fuel to get here. Quite a lot of fuel. Okay. So far, no allied activity here. I'm gonna have them move this way. Okay. As far as I can tell, there's no allied activity as of yet. Let's see, our forces over here to truck. I'd say they're probably ready to go. Yeah, they look ready to go. Actually, it looks like the 66 is still to be loaded there. So we'll wait for them to finish loading then. Yeah, it looks like they're loading troops. Hard to tell sometimes. Or are they full? Actually, they're full here. Okay, what we're going to do then is have them land over here to Guam. Ah, we have our battle cruisers on station. What we'll do then is we'll have them head over here to Saipan and then use them to support the landings. That'd be quite good, quite strong force there. A few base forces over there that we can actually move down here to Mindanao. Okay, looking great so far. Right, we have our forces over here. What I'm going to do then is have you escort our landed force over here. Yamato and Musashi are the N13 class. That's pretty cool. So what's the differences then between obviously the historical Yamato and Musashi? Okay, 7,463 troops there. Obviously we are still loading our troops. Well, make sure they're loading them. Yes, loading units. That's fine by me. We'll take the base next turn. March on Fushan next turn. That's good. No sign as of yet of Allied activity. New mayor. Yeah, not as many casualties this time. Okay, so for the most part, the Philippine lands are going well. No real opposition there. So there is resistance at Lingayen. Now that is interesting. We have set our troops to shock attack there, so we'll see how that turns out. Could be really bad, could be really good. The N13 can do 30 knots, has 8 18-inch guns and only 13-inch of belt armor. Versus Yamato class, 27 knots, 9 18.1-inch guns, and 16-inch inclined belt armor. Jesus Christ. I mean, that is a behemoth at this time. I mean, the Yamato was a behemoth anyway, but that's a big old bitch. 18-inch guns, Jesus. Of course, the US will have the South Dakota, I think, with the 18-inch guns. I don't know if Dakota. It's one of those, but she'll have some big guns too. And of course, Britain will have the G3 class. So no slouch there either. There we arrived. Shock attack over here, Anshan. Oh yes, we got this one in the bag. Yep, 72 Allied casualties there. And the base is captured. They go Bataan Island. Bombardment to Naval. Yeah, but looks like we are going to have to send maybe a Margi and Karga to bombard Naval. Wow, 1,800 Allied casualties there. So the island has finally collapsed. Very nice. It's not going to be that long before we start seeing allied units showing up. So we need to really make use this time really speedily. Try to secure objectives, really. Okay. Still unloading, obviously, over here. These men here of the 15th Division are on their way. They'll be there pretty much next turn. Okay, 9th Division. Pretty good to go here. Yeah, sir, we have reports the island is sinking. Sir, we have reports the island is in fact a giant turtle. The British N3 has 9 18-inch guns, speed of 23 knots, and a 15-inch belt. Jesus. Crazy amount of armor and gunpowder. Well, firepower. Not so much the armor. I mean, 15 inches of armor, like, don't get me wrong, that's a fucking lot of armor. But it's the guns there, the 18-inch guns. I mean, of course, this is a world where the Washington Naval Treaty has fell through. I think we'll make a march here upon Clark. Now, I do have a fair amount of damage here. I do have engineers. It's quite nice. Okay. Rightio. I'm going to have them march on Clark. Set all to follow. I'm going to leave behind the how the hell you pronounce it? First SLF, so they're going to stay over here. The G3 has 9 16-inch guns, 14-inch belts, and a speed of 30 knots. I mean, 30 knots is freaking, yeah, that's fast. Okay, there we go. These forces over here need to relax. It seems the N13 class you'll get is one of the glass cannon. Yeah. Oh dear. But I suppose at the end of the day, if it's protected and screened properly, it doesn't particularly matter too much. We'll try to make the best use of our assets as we can. Okay, so we are making opposed landings over here. Let's see. I do have a few units on the shore. How many men do we actually have here, then? We have... yeah, a fair amount of power here, so we are going to go for a deliberate attack. Banzai. Over here at Devour, what do we have? So is this game just one big scenario? There's a number of scenarios, but this is the actual campaign itself, so it's the entirety of the world here. The beauty of this is, of course, the fact that... yeah, you're in control, you're in command, you have all of these actual assets, and it's up to you really to use them as you see fit to persecute the war. Of course, these kind of games are really good against playing, well, when you're playing against a human opponent. As I am doing with the Historical Gamer in our own play-by-email series in One Pacific Admirals Edition. Though that one does take place in World War II. But yeah, already things are shaping up to be quite different. Okay, so there's an expeditionary force. Very large, very large. Okay, maybe we'll wait one more turn for additional forces to land. Yes, that's probably not a bad idea. What we'll do here then is form a bombardment force. Or possibly, I could... nah, I'm going to keep the battlecruisers ready. At the end of the day, they do have a speed that is incredible. Very handy. So yes, I'm going to use the battleships over here to bombard. So I'll form a bombardment force. No escorts bombarding. Okay. Right, the battle cruiser, the heavy cruisers over here as well. These guys are going to bombard. It's not particularly the most powerful bombardment ever, but it'll be okay. Retirement is not allowed. You shall bombard until there's nothing left standing here at Naval. Okay. Still loading that unit. Okay, here we go. 30 knots. Yeah, fine, we'll put them in there. The amphibious landings are on their way. It's only about 3,000 odd troops, but we do have a large force there. A very large force there for bombardment. Moving on to Wake. Yep, looking good. Okay then, so China. Actually, let's take a look at the road network. Yeah, we'll move here and then down there. Let's see. I do have a 3rd Cavalry. I don't know if it's worth moving them onto the base here. As far as I don't know if there's anything there. Question is, can I move any aircraft? It might be that we have to use a ship to move them there. Seems something like the case. Okay, what we're going to do here then is set them to bombardment force. They're not going to do much on the way damage, but I do want to check out what is potentially at Luda over here. So we'll use that to really gather some information. Okay, this force is obviously just off the coast of Lingayen. Well, just to the north of Lingayen, by about 40 odd miles. Really, they're holding that position there to secure it. Okay, we'll move on further. Bum bum bum. Okay. Right. So 282 casualties there. We can see the Matsu destroyer there has taken 2 shells, but not too bad. Yeah, the Taki, she's on fire, 2,240 casualties there. Eesh. Doesn't seem there's anything in the Chinese city there. Ah, right, okay, so our bombardment takes place. So the Kurama has taken a shell there. But we do inflict 310 casualties, 5 guns are lost by the Allies. Pretty good result there, pretty good result. I mean, something tells me that they're not gonna appreciate the amount of heavy caliber shells landing on them. Right, 11 additional casualties. Oof. Yeah, that's another 1,300 casualties there. The Allies take 27. 187. Right, we're not seeing anything in there at the moment. Or we're just not having any effect. Ah, we do see some Chinese forces out there. Interesting. Oh no, that's our own forces, isn't it? Yep, looking good here. Ooh, wow, an allied shock attack. Right, 591 allied casualties there, 40 guns lost. Obviously they're going to be quite disorganized at that point then after being really fought off. So we are making pretty good work of the Philippines so far. Obviously, the war has been prepared to take... Well, our war plan has been to take the Philippines. So we just need to really, really push this, really as fast as we possibly can to take control of the Philippines. And then what we need to do then is expand out and really neutralize the British in Malaya, the French in Indochina, the Dutch obviously over here in the Dutch East Indies, mainly Java. What we need to do is really establish a solid position over here in East Asia. The Americans are going to be building up forces sooner or later. They are obviously going to be making their way towards Hawaii. From there, they will then really approach the Mandate Islands. I mean, the Mandate, we'll have to try and protect as best we can, but we are going to need aircraft for the most part to try and punish them. Okay, the submarines are making their way over here. Our landed forces are about 2 days away. 2 to 3 days away. Give or take. So once they're available, we'll have the battle cruisers over here. So we'll have, as we have, Haruna, Kirishima here in Congo. They're going to go out there and bombard the ever-living and hell out of the American forces in Guam, if it's indeed necessary. There's part of me that thinks maybe we should have those forces sent to their wake side to take that, but I think we should be okay. I don't think the Allies have much in the way of force as of yet. Right, our base forces arrived over here. That's rather intriguing. We need to take the island. Well, take it. Okay. I do need fuel here. Let's see. There's not much of the way of fuel there. Right. Soon I'm going to be heading back to pick up some fuel. But what I'm going to do here then in the meantime is... We do have a couple of tankers over here. I'm going to start setting up a tanker. Let's get some fuel in the area. Right, begin to load that fuel. Do we have any destroyers here? Yes, we do. That'll do for me. Beautiful. Okay. We'll want to take control of these islands like Sarong, Morotai, and Menadu. Really secure this area of the Dutch East Indies. Okay, so 6th Division are disorganized here at the moment. The 56th Infantry isn't, actually, so that's quite good. What we are going to do then is chase the American forces that have left. Right, what we are going to do here then is go for a deliberate attack, so all of them are ordered to attack. We're really building for our push towards Manila. I wish I had some aircraft out here. Right, let's see. Right, only on the island here. I need air transport. Right, let's take a look. Right, Southeast Fleet, they can be moved then. That's good to know. Right, there we go. Not bloody load fuel. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, so we do have a lot more room remaining here. What I'm going to do then is grab the infantry brigades. The 2nd Aviation Regiment and the 5th Engineer Regiment, as well as the 54th Heavy AA Battalion there. Let's see. I could have some additional forces over here too. Right, that's quite a lot of force there. We might as well grab the 91st Naval Guard too while we're at it. Right, there we go. So it's going to be a very large force. The reason for that is I'm going to use that force to actually strengthen the Marsh Islands. Basically the mandate. We're going to strengthen that area, establish our air power, and really try to prevent the Allied forces from gaining any sort of position there. We'll take a look at how we can build up the islands to make them formidable defensive fortifications. Well, set up some formidable defensive fortifications. The thing is, I need to try and prevent, really, the Americans from gaining a foothold in the region. That's the main thing. Okay, so 9th Division. See you later then, AT. Have a great one, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, yep, the 9th Division are making their way down there. Fair amount of fatigue, but they'll be able to make it. Right, 15th is 15 miles out there from Vigan. Obviously, then they'll be able to join the push. Right, our forces over here look like they're ready to go. Yep, just supply over here. Right, then. So what we're going to do then is, let's take a look at the roads. Well, we'll head... Yeah, we'll start marching on Clark. Is that all to follow? Same over here as well, we need to get moving on to Clark and onto Manila itself. No need to really worry about the potential of American counterattack here. They're not going to be doing any counter landings. They don't have the means to do so. Right, I do have my division over here. What I'm going to do then, since though they are, in fact, still bloody loading. Fuck me. Okay, it's not going to be long before they're done. Let's see here, actually. Well, never mind. We'll allow that to continue. Right, still loading troops. Taking their sweet ass time, but it'll be okay. Okay, what we're going to do here then is march. Give them the armor as well. There we go. Shock attack, and obviously we'll make our way across the river. Obviously, I want to really make my way to, like, Peking. There will be Chinese resistance somewhere along the line. And obviously, what they're trying to do over here in China, this scenario, is represent, like, the warlord era. Like, China isn't unified per se. That's not alright. Okay. We'll go forward. Okay. Right, so we are still taking casualties over here. We'll subdue Naval soon enough. We've been hit about, what, 2 days? 2-3 days on the ground. Heavy fighting so far, but want to really engage in battle, we'll have them. Not too bad that time. So, how is everybody doing in the chat here? Ah, there we go, we have the bombardment of Wake. So, whoa. Okay, 36 coastal guns fired in defense now. So, the Escorts obviously are set to bombard as well. Mutsu takes 2 shell hits. It's only really the Yamakaze that's been set on fire. And as far as it goes, the damage isn't particularly bad. The Allied forces on the ground here, the US forces on the ground, 259 casualties, 6 guns lost. That's a nice way to actually soften them up to a degree. Not too bad, not too bad. But how are you guys doing in the chat, Ben? You guys good? There we go, the armoured cars moved over there to Luda. I'm sure we'll be able to take this city pretty soon. Yep, Mukden's gonna fall. Ah, man, I really want to play some Victoria 2, actually. Have you played the PTO PS2 version? I've actually not. And how you doing there, Reghast? Good to see you again, my friend. And Bluebell, good to see you again, too. There we go, Naval has fallen. Very good, very good. Right, we need to chase them down and destroy them in detail. I've heard a lot of things about the PlayStation 2 version, actually. And might have to take a look at it soon enough. Okay, now with Naval taken, we do actually have a solid position down there. Ideally, we do have fuel available. I would like to refuel Amagi and Akaga. Still stuck in vanilla. Mate, you need to play the historical focus mod. There's actually quite a few mods out there really good, like Divergence of Darkness is really awesome too. Sounds about right. Yeah, Victoria 3 alright, I know, right? Okay, continue the bombardment. Oh, not. Yeah, doesn't Imperator have like a beta coming out soon? I think is it Monday or something? They have a beta coming out. That's what I was looking for. I need to make a move on these islands here, the Gilbert Islands. Okay, let's take a look at development. Right. Ooh. Yeah, nothing in the way of fuel. Oh, Dev Flash is on now. Oh, cool. Okay. It's pretty beaten up, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, Pride of Nations is a really good game. It's just, it needs updating, really needs some love. Okay, we need to give these forces a little bit time. Actually, no, not too bad. Let's get moving. Yep, we'll make a move over here to the island. Well, to this base, sorry. Mindanao will be ours soon enough. Set all to follow. Right, you're making your way north. Set all to follow. Right. How are we doing over here on the fuel? Looks... yeah, it's getting there. It's not too far away from being finished. I'm going to head over here to the center of the Sulu Sea. Right, we have to go around here. Okay, fair enough. Right, what we're going to do then is actually head back over here then for fuel. We really could do with it. In fairness, I could actually stay off station over here by Naval, so I'm going to actually do that. Really protect the actual port there. Bay in general. At the end of the day, we do need to protect that. Okay, the 9th is marching. Yeah, another 2 days before they arrive, it looks like. Okay, form this into one large force. There we go, 20 ships. Obviously, we have used a little bit of ammunition, but that's not too bad. Right. What we're going to do here, then, is actually have them move to the north over here. I want to see if I can actually interdict anything in the way. I do not want to move near Bataan. Obviously, the coastal guns there could rip us to pieces if we would come in range. Obviously, it's hard for them to hit us, but I don't want to give them a shot at it. Okay, what I want you to do then is follow Task Force 15. Well, You are bloody Task Force 15, you fools. Task Force 41, there we go. Yeah, activates gunboat diplomacy. I think we've loaded all we can do here, so we'll get moving. Now the question is going to be, where do we get moving to? I think we'll need additional forces to crack the Philippines here, so I'm going to send another division there, as well as additional forces to actually help them out there. I'd like to make a move on Bataan and really secure the island in totality. Okay. We really don't have a bloody clue what's going on here, due to the fact that there's no real reconnaissance out here. Right, one turn until they arrive. Okay, what we're going to do here then is go and bombard at Guam. Guam's in for a hell of a time. I'm going to tell the escorts not to bombard, don't want them to do that. Only the big ships to bombard. We'll then have the battle cruisers go rearm, probably over here at Truck if they could manage it. It really depends, really. What's the rearm level here? Is there a rearm level, or is it just you just go here and rearm? I'm not entirely sure how it works in the game. I'd imagine we'd have to have an amount of support. Seems like there's just support, aviation support. 765, it's a size 3 port. It might be tied to port size, perhaps. Where's the largest port in the area? Saipan is size 3. It's not too far to Tokyo. We could, well, definitely rearm, I'd say. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so, I'm going to continue here then. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, Guam's in for a very interesting time now with all these shell craters. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, so 417 casualties reported there, 8 guns lost. The Oi Kitakami, Haruna, Kirishima, Hiei, and Kongo opened fire upon the island. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt so very badly. Bombardment at Wake, 22 casualties reported by Mutsu and Nagato. Ouch. Not as big of an ouch, but still an ouch. Yeah, we destroyed one of the planes there, another 53 casualties. Yep, we really are doing a number then on Guam. Shock attack on Wake Island. Wow, a full division, Jesus. And there goes Wake. And of course, it looks like a steamrolling of the Allies so far, but that is due to the fact that, well, we start over here in the Pacific. Well, we start over here in East Asia, primed and ready to go, like a coiled spring. Of course, the Allies are having to react to this, and they will react. We will see their mighty Dreadnoughts approaching at some point in the future. Only a couple days, really, until we'll start seeing them approaching. At that point, it's going to be really a struggle for supremacy here. We do have the early advantage, but it's not going to be one that lasts forever. Okay, our forces over here. Waiting for them to load up to their limit here. I think that's what we had it set to. Once they're ready, we'll go ahead and move them out. Okay, so I have additional forces over here. Looks like that's about all they'll get. Okay, what I'm going to do is head over here to Port Arthur. In fairness, I could have them land potentially at Tsingtao, but I'm going to have them march overland. We don't know what the resistance could be like over here, so it's best not to take the risk. Okay, we'll take the base. Right, no more bombardment is necessary here, my friend. Return to Port Arthur. I don't know where the Chinese resistance is. It's going to be around here somewhere. Of course, this is a warlord sort of era, well, sort of warlord-esque state of China, so it's hard to say really where the resistance is. It's going to be very disunited and concentrated really around the warlord's power base, to be honest. Okay, we're not far out now. About a day away. Yep, we'll be able to make contact with the enemy over here if we gun. And we'll go with a shock attack. I don't think the resistance is going to be too much to be insurmountable. What I'm going to do with this force here, we have fired off some of our gun munitions. But what we're going to do here, due to the fact that we do still have a decent amount of fuel, we actually do have a few warships available. Most of the carriers, I'm going to actually have the carriers make their way over here to Saigon. We're actually going to take a look at actually trying to, well, ideally trying to find where the enemy is. Preemptively knocking them out, really. That's the ideal situation. Okay. Yep, our submarines have arrived, that's fine. Right, I'm going to tell them to cancel loading fuel. It's going to be a real difficulty over here due to the fact that Naval's kind of wrecked at the moment, isn't it? So, yeah, we need to really carry out repairs there. Yeah, in fairness, actually they can stay here and just continue to load fuel. I think at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to do anything if they can't even offload. What I need to do then is move a base force out there ASAP. I mean, I might know something about that, but I'm not allowed to tell. I'm sworn to secrecy. There we go. Okay, so we have ground forces on, well, we have our forces on Guam. I'm going to have our battlecruisers go rearm at Tokyo. While we have time to do so, really. Okay, what we're going to do here is go with a deliberate attack. We don't know what the enemy's strength is like, so I'm not going to risk it. Okay, so Wake has fallen. Damage is pretty extensive here. Okay. What I'm going to do is leave behind a small force over here. Well, in fact, I'm going to... yeah. Transferred a couple destroyers in over here and a light cruiser. Actually, 2 light cruisers. I'd like to go rearm over at the Marshlands if I can. There we go. It's going to send some submarines into that area over there. Just try and lock it down to a degree. Try and cause some issues for the Allies if they move through that area. Okay, another turn we'll be able to land some, well, start sending the aircraft out to the Mandate. We're making good progress over here in Manchuria. Well, so far as the fact that we haven't actually encountered any Chinese resistance as of yet. There is going to be resistance here. Just trying to really, deal with it, really. Okay. I mean, this is like our springtime here at the moment. It won't last forever. So we just need to really take as much advantage of it as possible. And try and land some early blows against the colonial forces over here in Asia would be quite good. Okay, then. So Guam's going fairly well. We did actually land a number of pretty heavy hits there with the 4 battle cruisers hitting Guam. And the thing is, obviously, in War Plan Orange, the Americans had suspected that Guam. I mean, the thing is, there was a major argument in the Navy, and of course, just in the United States Armed Forces as to whether a base should be established at Guam. Something like an Allied, well, an American Gibraltar at Guam. Ultimately, it was decided against due to the fact that, well, it's just too easily taken by the Japanese forces. I mean, they expected it to fall within, like, the first day to 2 of, like, war. It's just too remote, too close to Japan, for the Americans to really do anything about it. I mean, there was a much-discussed through ticket to, well, to Manila, but, yeah, too difficult. I'm looking forward to a bloody first, actually. That's going to be quite cool. Yep, shock attack over here had begun. Okay, so the enemy isn't too particularly strong. It's only a base force, but still, it's not something to be just laughed at. Yeah. We might be able to get away now with a shock attack. My god, we're reaching maximum banzais per minute. See, I'd love to use the Air Forces to actually have a bloody clue about what's going on. I wish I knew what was going on. I suppose the internet, I think I take it for far too much for granted when it comes to like one specific Animals Edition, due to the fact that you actually have an idea of what's going on. You actually kind of know what the enemy is doing to a degree in the local area. But yeah, when it comes to this, it's a big difference. We don't have a bloody clue what's going on. Ooh, Unknown, you just redeemed their Rise of Prussia Gold. That's a pretty cool game, actually. I was playing that earlier on. I like that game. I like the old era geodes. I just wish you could actually see the strength of your army and the strength of the enemy's armies to really make a decision. But then again, I suppose it's more realistic to not know what the actual enemy's strength is, per se. Okay. Yeah, the base forces need to be moved out here ASAP. They look to be about done, but I'm going to have them set out for Devour anyhow. Right, it's cancelled. Well... Actually, no, they can wait here another day. They'll be able to manage it. One more day. Nearly. We're bloody unloading, aren't we? God damn it. I want to see Flashpoint Campaign Southern Front. See, Flashpoint is an interesting game, actually. If it's the game I'm thinking of. Right, we'll order a shock attack over here at Guam. Yeah, it actually does quite well there. See, I think with To End All Wars, it's decent. I think the best one really is Civil War 2. I just think that one just runs like butter. But yeah, I'd love to see like another To End All Wars, basically. Well, To End All Wars 2, really. Because that game, it has potential. It's like, obviously, if they really invested in it, it would be amazing. Yeah, Steel Tigers. What about Steel Cats? Or Thundercats, really. Right. Closing in on Clark. I really do not know what the resistance is going to be like at Clark. And we do have the Imperial Guard Division marching down here as well. But about 102 miles out there. Okay, we'll cross the river here. March on Chifeng? Chifeng? March on Harbin. That may be where we encounter resistance over here in China. I mean, obviously this is Manchuria. Okay. Yeah, the Allies are beginning to move their forces here. Thank you very much there, Paul Winter, for the subscription. Okay. Yeah, we'll continue to land over here. Right, our forces are closing in on Indochina. It's going to take them some time, but they'll be good when they arrive. Okay, yeah, the Kurai did take a hit. Taki did take a hit as well. Just offloading the supplies here. Really need to get the engineers into Naval. Repair it, really, get it going. Up and operational. In fairness, when it does come to Games Workshop, they do kind of hand out their license to just anybody, like, lately. I mean, there's some really good, like, holders. I mean, Matrix does a good job. I do like Total War Warhammer 2, actually. It's actually really fun. I think that's the thing, it's actually fun. You know, I'm really just looking forward to, like, Distant Worlds 2, that'd be amazing. See, I think with the Total War games, they need to stop, like, focusing entirely on the battles. I think they need to go ahead and take a look at the campaign side of things. Like, I don't know. I think it needs to be a little bit slower paced when it actually comes to the campaign screen. I suppose it's a little bit difficult how to do it, but it'd be nice to have a bit more depth there. Yeah, Distant Worlds 2 would be amazing. That 1vs 2, looking forward to that. Yes, indeed. It really is presenting a hypothetical war in the 1920s. Yeah, there's a Warhammer Naval game on Steam. Can't say I played it, actually. Okay, so our shock attack didn't actually meet with success, but we didn't take too much in the way of losses either. See, I really do like Battlefleet Gothic Armada. I just really wish, like, trust me on this one, guys, I think the biggest improvement they could make is to add a bloody flow, well, a formation button. Like, how hard would it be to actually have that in the game when it comes to Battlefleet Gothic Armada? Like, the thing is, at the moment, it's like, I find it's just a shit show. It's just a brawl. Just a constant brawl. What I want to do is I want to have my bloody battleship. I want it to be surrounded by the light cruisers or the actual escorts. I want it to be in a formation. I want them to move. When I click to move the battleship, I want the escorts to move. I want them to stay in that position. I want it to be tactical, not just like throw everything in there like big boom booms. See, I would have enjoyed a version of Battlefleet Gothic Armada that was turn-based. I really would love to try out the actual turn-based game at some point in the future, but man, it is hard, really hard to find the actual physical stuff. So it might be I have to use like a tabletop simulator, but yeah. I just wish there was a formation button. It'd be so nice, but there isn't, and it really bothers me. Oh dear. Well, if Warhammer in theory could be the framework for Panzer Corps 2, doing double duty as basis for Armageddon Refresh or Fantasy sequel. Interesting. Okay. We should be out, yeah, one more day, yeah, 1 day out there until we actually reach Clark. Once we do reach Clark, that's when we can begin to really just, yeah, threaten Manila. Once Manila falls, then that's basically the Philippine Scud is gone for the most part. Okay, we have caught up the American forces over here. We are going to go ahead with a shock attack, sorry, deliberate attack. True, you can pause it or slow it down, but it shouldn't be so hard. There should be a formation button. I'm sorry, but a game about naval warfare and there's not a formation button, it boggles the mind. I don't know. I must be lazy, or I just like to have formations. Okay, we're gonna have our forces carry on marching here. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Okay, marching down here. We'll have additional forces landing. I might even have them land over here, to be fair. It would be nice to put some pressure down on Bataan, but yeah. I'm not in a rush to do that. See, I do love Armada. I do think that the game is actually too fast-paced in a lot of ways. I mean, not that I don't like that. I mean, it's a hell of a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. I just think it could really benefit from having a little bit more slower-paced gameplay. Or even potentially having a larger map, really. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just obviously when you're playing online, you really can't do that, can you? But I think it would really benefit from having like the speed of the game toned down a little bit. There we go. Now we are making some good progress here. It's a shame that we haven't actually seen an American warship as of yet, but of course this is the opening phase in which Japan really runs rampant across the Pacific here. The US will be building their forces up at Pearl Harbor to send on a crusade against us, really. Actually, we just did see some Allied naval forces there to the north of Luzon. That's interesting. I don't really have much in the way of naval assets there now. See, Fields of Glory is a game I'd like to try and put my hand to. I've been very much enjoying the close combat series playing against Richard York. I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy it when I beat him immensely. But that's fun, he's a good player. I really do like that kind of game, though. Ooh, wow, okay, shock attack at Clark. That's pretty bold. Is there a resistance here at Clark? Not that we can see here, so we can actually take Clark in the first turn, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Wow. We might go ahead and push on Manila. God damn, they are putting up some resistance. Retreating once again. Okay, what we're going to do then, check our signal intelligence. Yep, radio transmission detected at Pearl Harbor. They're beginning to converge on Pearl Harbor, it seems, or they're beginning to actually carry out some activity. That's for damn sure. Okay, so we have pushed them back over here. We are going to have to converge on the base over here the next, was that Cotabato? Cotabato? Bato? Something like that. Yep, we are marching there. We'll be arriving pretty soon, actually. Let's take a look. Our logistical forces obviously need to be moving out here to Naval. Yeah, that's about as much as we'll get on there. So let's make our way, make our beeline towards Naval. Right, okay. Bloody load the fuel. We are taking a sweet time over here. I think it might be due down to the amount of resistance here. So what we're going to do then, well, amount of fatigue and disruption on our forces. What we're going to do is just our mental hold off for the time being. The fighting here is inconsequential for the most part, though. Right, transport over here. Are you done? Not quite yet. Where is the battle cruisers? They're over here, actually. Okay, what we're going to do then is going to return to bombard the garrison in Guam. They are appearing to be a little bit more stalwart than we would have imagined. Not that it's an issue, but obviously we do want to expedite their surrender. Okay, we do have a couple of submarines down here. We know that the New Zealanders and the Australians, they should both have a actual battle cruiser each. So they do have a small navy to, well, a fairly small navy, but it's fairly formidable. It's a lot of like British stuff, really. But still, that's not too bad, and especially about this time. It's still fairly formidable. Especially their battle cruisers. My god, they could be dangerous. Okay, we are closing in on Saigon now. Okay, we're unloading additional troops over here. Didn't expect the city to fall so easily. Well, Clark to fall so easily, but that's fine. Okay, we'll give them some time to rest here. Our forces are beginning to march. I've seen 2 ships over there. Okay, I do have a force over here. Let's see, do I have any destroyers I could send in here? I'll give them 2 additional destroyers. Yes, the heavy cruiser force can and will deal with this force over here, just outside of Bataan. Right, marching. Making some very good progress over here in China. Yep, a Margi and a Kargi. Okay. Obviously, we do need the fuel. Ooh, the port's actually recovering to a decent degree. So what we're going to do then is actually head into the port of Naval. It's a size 4 port, which is not too bad, actually. Once we do get our base forces out here, then it will actually be fairly good for our operations here. Additional submarines around here. We'd really have to take a look at actually securing Rabaul. Especially as that would secure our southern flank there towards track. That's for damn sure. Okay, weather. Heavy rain. Just rain across here, across the Pacific. Bad weather across the Pacific for the most part. We are nearing over here. See, Tarn over here would be quite nice. It's basically the island of Hainan would be quite nice. There we go. Speed things up here. Yeah, I mean, I really would like to see, like, a to end all wars too. Yeah, there we go. 232 casualties there, another 7 guns lost. Yeah, Guam's going to give in after this. Yeah, I'd love to see to end all wars too. That's a good question. To what scale? I'd say... Oh, hello. There we go. We finally have contact with the enemy here. So we are seeing a heavy cruiser. More like an armored cruiser. Possibly French. I think it was a good call to move the submarines to the south there. Now, I should... well, I mean, of course, we do have the battle cruisers over to Guam. We could have them rush down to track to potentially rearm as best as they can and really deal with that situation there. Regiment brigade level. I'd say maybe down to company. Indeed, ships sighted. I need a unit over there to take that base. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll divert another submarine down to this area here. Seems like the enemy is definitely showing their face. Right, you're on your way to rearm. Fuel isn't a great situation. What we're going to do then is head over here to Palau. Rearm, well, refuel there at Palau. Are they just... like... I don't understand. I'll reform that task force because they seem to be, like, insistent on infuriating me. And they're doing a good job of that. They're doing a good job of infuriating me. I'll just grab a couple here. Load fuel. Okay, let's see. How are our forces doing? Still not amazing. Better. So we'll give them another day to rest. There's actually a fair amount of men over here than in Guam. I mean, it's obviously a base force, and it will crack sooner or later. Good find down there itself. Obviously, they did fail to deliver a torpedo into the target, but they do have another shot. Yeah, they have a couple more shots at this. Let's hope for the best. Speed things up here. Okay, speed things up. Good, the base has fallen. Not bad on there. Not bad. Okay, so we don't actually pick up the enemy with the submarines this turn. They're definitely here in this area, though. We are looking at pushing on them. We do capture the base over here. I know I'm like speeding things up here. I'm really trying to get as much done before the end of the before the end of the stream in about 3 minutes. So forgive me, guys. Okay, we do have a fair force over here now. Still a fair amount of fatigue. Yeah, a fair amount of fatigue. Obviously, they need a couple of days of rest, but they've done well. Clark has fallen, so at least we do have that. Yeah, BPM. Yeah, we need a decent BPM. Okay, we are going to order a shock attack over here. As far as I can tell, there's no Allied Titans here, but yeah, activity over here is going to be increasing. Pretty damn quickly. We've lost sight of whatever the hell was over here. Intriguing. Right, we're just on VR. So what we're going to do here then is take our naval bombers. I'm going to order a port attack. We'll order a port attack at Saigon. It's going to be quite interesting to see how that goes. Right, there we go. We're going to go for this last turn, and unfortunately I have to call it an end to the stream here. It's gone so very quickly, hasn't it? It's a very interesting game. I think it's a really interesting time period. I think it's one that really does need further exploration. Like, just imagine one Pacific Plan Orange. Just saying, just saying. That'd be cool. Hello there, Jackalos. Yeah, heavy mortars on Richard, yeah, pretty much. Oh dear. I mean, obviously, once this game got going, I mean, we're only about 3 hours in here. I tried to get it through a good few days. I think we got through, like, what, 13 days so far? 13 turns? It'd be nice to come back with some more. Hello, what do we have here? S39. Okay, so the Allies do have some names. Ooh, hello. Yep, the Allies are sending their submarines in now. Ouch. 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 Call this a very early Taranto. Ouch. Very ouch. I don't think we really encountered anything there. I suppose it would have been a wise idea to run reconnaissance over first, but yeah, trying to get this done. Yeah, the game's very playable. They've got S39 taking some damage. Actually, that's really impressive anti-submarine warfare capabilities there. I suppose these submarines are a little bit earlier, but I'm quite impressed. It would have been nice to have an exchange of gunfire between the Dreadnoughts, but maybe in the future, if you guys actually do Badger on at Matrix, maybe you'll be able to see that. Yeah, we're really building up our forces here to really kick the doors down at Manila. Getting closer. There we go. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately we have reached the end of our time slot here. So I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody in the chat for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know it's been something rather different, but I mean, this is a game that's 14 years old, and I'm running this in 1920 by 1080. Now I'm going to go over how I did that again, just for those of you in the stream, just so you guys know, and for future viewers. Now, how I did this is by downloading a program here called DX Window. Now, when I've done this, what I do is go to the modifier over here, and what you do is you put a path to the warplanorange.exe. Now, this program's free, by the way. I hope I'm not breaking any terms of terms of services here, but it's a great way to enjoy the game. And what you do is you type in 1920 by 1080 here, or whatever your monitor's resolution is, and then you click launch, and the game's good to go. And I'm running this in Windows 10, and yeah, the game is definitely worth playing, and is definitely still relevant in our modern day and age. So, if you guys have enjoyed this, and if you'd like to find more of my content, you can find me over here on YouTube. I'm running a War in the Pacific Admirals edition, play-by-email series against the historical gamer as well, so definitely worth checking out. And if you'd like to actually go ahead and join my actual Discord community, you can do so on From the Machine here on Discord. I'm just going to put a link here into the chat. I'd like to say a big thank you to the hosts here of Slitherine and Matrix for obviously allowing this to happen. If you could actually show those guys some love over on Facebook or even on their social media platforms, or just like and favorite and subscribe and all that good stuff. And until next time, thank you. And yeah, don't let your barrels run dry. Goodbye for now.